Hello there, I'm Begalius Concord. I hate to jump scare you like that. Concord. Did you know that Concord was a plane? It was like a super fast plane. I believe a jet plane, and it was big in the 90s. I believe it was bigger than that. I may be talking out of my ass right now, but it's also just a tremendous Black Country New Road song. Such a good song, dude. If I could recommend one song to you from this video, not that that's what this video is about. Concord, Black Country New Road. It's a masterpiece, but the news is bleak. It's not good. This isn't happy-go-lucky time, and actually I feel kind of bad for starting this video so jovially, but yes, unfortunately this is bad news. The game is shutting down. The Sony game, PS5 and PC exclusive, Concord, I think it was on PC, is shutting down for obvious reasons due to a lack of interest, and this is bad news. I mean, it's bad news, sad bad news, but it pains me to say it's the right news. It is the correct news. I mean, this game, you know, it was flopping hard, as we all know, as every YouTuber felt the need to tell us. I think most of the population was just YouTubers gathering footage for their video essays. But yes, Concord is done due to a lack of interest. And look, clearly it is the right decision to make. I mean, if Sony are refunding everyone the price of the game, $40 for every copy of the game sold. This may cost them $200. Okay, that was a little bit mean, but no, I do feel bad for all the developers. Look, this sucks. They spent 8 years on this game, and I'd imagine it's just debilitating to, you know, pour 8 years of your life into a game just for it to be shut down 2 weeks after it launched. But the fact is, you know, if they're refunding at $40 a pop, there's no microtransactions coming anytime soon. There's a roadmap for season 1, presumably, where they're going to start selling microtransactions. So currently they're paying to hold the servers open for just a few people, and they've probably done the maths and figured out that, say for example, if there are 200 players now, there are going to be 100 during season 1, maybe 250 due to a season 1 hype, and of those 250 people, maybe 50 are going to buy microtransactions, and just mathematically it doesn't work out. Then of course down the line, you know, it's just going to snowball into something worse. And plus, this game is just going to hurt their reputation. Sony have a very high reputation for the quality of their games currently, and I don't think they want this blip on the radar. So as much as this sucks, you know, 8 years of your life for a project that is being shut down after 2 weeks, you can't really argue a case for it, and I don't really think anyone's going to. It's just one of those unfortunate things. Plus, to be honest, these people were paid for 8 years of their life. That's how game development works. It's not like a bunch of people just volunteered for 8 years and then got their game shut down. That's not how it works. I mean, it sucks. But to be honest with you, when I go to work, you know, and I work in an office and my day is done, I don't go, but did that really mean anything? I got to continue being paid by the company. That's how employment works. So, you know, it sucks. It really does. But again, this is the right thing to do. So where did everything go wrong? I think it's pretty obvious, but to get into it, you know, as many people have, and I don't think this is the only reason, by the way, there was a price point of entry, $40, which is quite considerable, to be honest with you, and that's just not the way that we do things now. We don't charge a price point of entry for a game like this, and I know that many people, if this video catches any views, could come back at me with, well, how about this game, this game, this game, and this game? But one thing I've noticed, and I think it should have been the job of someone on the damn Concord team to notice this too, is that when you do have a price point of entry, it only really works with games that people that are up and coming and that people are fanatical about, and like, okay man, oh, this is awesome, this is just a team throwing this together, and you know, yes, I want to support that. And I think that the price of entry, when people are okay with the price of entry, it's usually typically as some sort of like reward for the developers for, you know, putting themselves through the mud to make this game. Examples like Hell Let Loose and Insurgency Sandstorm, you know, games like that. I'm pretty sure both of those did have an entry price point, but like I said, they're AA games at the most, you know, and people feel that it's cool to support them, and they want to be that and help support the game. And this game was published by Sony, dude. It was published by Sony. You're just not going to get that fanaticism. And, you know, okay, there's examples like Call of Duty when they made Black Ops 4. Well, firstly, they went to tremendous financial and just every length to then put a campaign in Modern Warfare when it came after. So clearly it did make a dent on the series. Plus, we're talking about like an established series that has a fan base that is just immovable, you know, completely immovable. It's a huge fan base. And, you know, in terms of games like Battlefield 2142, I mean, there are people saying that franchise is dead. That had a very low player count too. It's what happens, you know. You're not going to get away with introducing a price point. Maybe 20 years ago, but that's just not the way that we do things now. And it honestly blows me away. It blows my mind that there are people who are paid to come into work every day. Every day, they are paid to come into work, and they made this decision. It's mind-blowing to me. Mind-blowing to me that they did not have the foresight. There were people telling them. Before the game released, look, take the price point off. You'll do better. It will just charge on microtransactions. Don't worry about it. Take the price point. And they didn't do it. They didn't have the confidence enough to not take the price point off. So that's why it's like, it is the right decision to make, because a huge mistake was made. And I do feel sorry for the developers who have put so much, because clearly I think it was a very loved game by the developers. I think they put a lot of heart and effort into it, and from what I heard, the game was great. And by the way, you may have noticed that this is not Concord gameplay footage. It probably isn't. You may be like, wow, this game looks really familiar. I don't own the game. Of course I don't own the game. Who does? But I will look for some free gameplay footage that I can maybe put in the backdrop of this, but I can't really see it, to be honest with you. So this probably won't be Concord gameplay footage. But yeah, I mean, it does suck. Because I have heard that it's great, and I have heard that it's actually a pretty good game. But this is how you destroy your game, by lacking the confidence needed to put the game in people's hands without an entrance fee, particularly in this day and age, and not having the foresight to know how to push this game out correctly in 2024. And that's the unfortunate thing about it. My thoughts and prayers to all of the devs, but unfortunately that's the way it goes. I'll see everyone later.
The PlayStation is only $149, and you can also get leading titles.